David and Goliath. Choosing purpose over fear. The valley was silent, but the fear was loud. For 40 days, Goliath had stood before the army of Israel, towering, armored, and defiant. His voice echoed across the valley as he mocked them, daring anyone to come forward. Every morning and every evening, the soldiers of Israel heard his challenge and stepped back. They were trained warriors. They had swords, shields, and experience. Yet none of them moved. Fear had paralyzed them, not because they lacked skill, but because they had forgotten who fought for them. David arrived at the camp as a shepherd, sent by his father with food for his brothers. He was young, unnoticed, and unarmed. He did not come looking for a battle. He came on an assignment of obedience. But when David heard Goliath speak, something stirred within him. While everyone else heard intimidation, David heard insult, not just against Israel, but against the living God. David looked around in disbelief. "Why has no one answered him?" he asked. "Who is this man to defy the armies of the living God?" To David, silence was not humility. It was surrender. When word reached King Saul, David was brought before him. Saul looked at the young shepherd and saw what everyone else saw: his size, his age, his lack of experience. "You are not able," Saul said. "He has been a warrior since his youth." But David did not argue with fear. He answered with testimony. He spoke of lions and bears, of moments alone in the fields when danger rose unexpectedly and God delivered him again and again. David reminded the king that his victories did not come from strength, but from trust. "The same God who rescued me then," David said, "will rescue me now." Saul offered David his armor, but it didn't fit. It was heavy, unfamiliar, and restrictive. David tried to walk and couldn't, so he took it off. David understood something powerful. You cannot fight purpose wearing what was never meant for you. He returned to what he knew: a sling, 5 smooth stones, and faith. As David stepped into the valley, Goliath laughed. He mocked David's youth. He cursed him. He threatened his life. But David did not flinch. He lifted his voice, not in arrogance, but in confidence. "You come to me with sword and spear," David said, "but I come to you in the name of the Lord." David did not deny the size of the giant. He simply refused to magnify it above God. In that moment, David made a choice. He chose purpose over fear. He chose obedience over safety. He chose to stand, not for himself, but for his people. David ran toward the battle. Not away, not hesitating, not second-guessing. One stone left the sling, and in a moment that changed history, the giant fell. David did not win because he was the strongest. He won because he trusted the right source of strength. That day, Israel learned a powerful truth. Fear does not disappear when giants fall. Giants fall when someone decides fear will not lead. David was just a shepherd, but he was willing. And God does extraordinary things through willing hearts. Nation faces its own giants: fear, doubt, opposition, pressure. But like David, we are often not called to be fearless. We are called to be faithful. Because when purpose is clear, courage follows. But because God was faithful,